Hello, I'm Anu Omidei, bringing you Christian Weekly News from the Christian Resources exhibition this week. The government has, in the Queen's speech given on Wednesday the 18th of May, announced a crackdown on extremism. The speech contained a counter-terrorism bill as one of its central points, promising to prevent radicalisation, tackle extremism in all its forms, and promote community integration. But some Christian groups have reacted with concern and criticism, particularly around the government's broad definition of extremism and the question of how the new legislation will tackle it without threatening free speech and outlawing any religious expression that does not match popular views. Simon McCrossan, head of public policy at the Evangelical Alliance, said he was deeply concerned that the definitions of extremism, especially the extension of non-violent extremism, threaten to trample on the freedoms that have been hard-won, long enjoyed, and underpin our democracy. The Christian Institute and other groups also criticised the proposed extremism disruption orders. Simon Calvert of the Christian Institute said, "The government's approach to extremism is unfocused. Unless we can make them see sense, the range of people who find themselves labelled extremists by their own government is about to get a whole lot wider." The government also announced within the Queen's speech reforms to the process of adoption in an effort to give all children the hope of a better future. The Children and Social Work Bill will introduce changes to the considerations that court must take into account, tipping the balance in favour of permanent adoption over, for example, distant relatives. The Christian adoption charity Home for Good responded positively to the proposed bill, but cautioned that foster care may, at times, be the best option. The charity said that they would strongly support the government investing more into foster care alongside adoption, recognising that both offer love and care to vulnerable children. Finally, the Christian Resources exhibition has been underway this week at the Excel Exhibition Centre in London. It's featured over 100 practical and resourcing seminars and over 300 stands featuring everything to equip and inspire churches, from furniture to films, pulpits to puppets, ways to worship and what to wear. Here are some highlights from the exhibition. Here we are at the Christian Resources exhibition with singer-songwriter Sandra Godley. She's also a talk show host. She does a fantastic job. But on Tuesday, the 17th of May, the first day of this exhibition, she brought none other than the chaplain to the Queen herself, Reverend Rose Hudson. And we've been talking on this episode about the Queen's speech that was yesterday and the implications for the Christian community. So tell us what it was like to meet Reverend Rose Hudson.
It was absolutely amazing. Firstly, this lady is so humble. So humble. You know, you could literally pass her in the street. But she is wonderful, and she came and inspired all the ladies that came to the Bliss conference and gave lots of hope to us to keep standing in our faith, keep being strong, and above all that as well, just keep being you. So it was wonderful to hear her story, her journey. She's got a lot of laughs as well. You know, you just know that she's full of laughter, and gave us one or two funny stories about life being a chaplain. But she had a sleepover at Windsor. That was pretty cool. But yeah, it was wonderful to have her. We really were pleased to have her.
And what about the Queen? We know that the Queen's speech is actually written by the government, but is she a lady of faith, according to the Reverend Rose Hudson?
Well, I had the wonderful opportunity of asking her questions after she'd kind of given a plenary speak. And I said, look, is she a woman of faith? Does she love God? And she said, unequivocally, yes. The answer is yes.
That's all for today. I'm Anu Omidei, and this is Christian Weekly News.